Well, hello, everybody. We're here again with another interview. Right now, I have Angela Wasson, who you may or may not recognize from some of her participation in the group. So, Angela, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, who you are, anything else you want to throw in?
Sure. Yeah. I've been trying to answer that question for years. And one of the first answers I came up with for today, thank you to Sarah Landon, was I am infinite possibilities. Um, I'm a person on a spiritual path, but that's not what I usually say. I say my name's Angela. I live in Massachusetts. You can hear the Boston accent. What accent? I, I live about 15 minutes outside of Boston. I'm married. I have a wonderful little dog who's sleeping beside me, who may start snoring. Um, and I teach yoga. I teach chair yoga now. I've been teaching for a long time. And at this point, I'm teaching chair yoga. It's modified. I teach online and I teach in person. Just started again after this pandemic. Just started teaching at the YMCA again, and I love it.
I remember you mentioning the teaching yoga before, and that's so cool because I want to teach a form of yoga myself. So I may have to circle back and talk to you more about that later on how to get going. I'm going to start on the internet and YouTube and things like that and see where it goes from there.
I love that. I noticed that in your posts, and I did mentor people in learning how to become yoga teachers. And I also, at one point, was approached by a Christian organization, big Christian organization, and they said, will you come teach yoga for our community? But you can't call it yoga. You can't chant Om. You can't mention any of the Hindu deities associated with yoga. And it was a big long list, but please come and teach at our community because one of our parishioners really loves your class and would like to have you brought in. And so at first I was offended. It's like, what? But then I had to, my big ego had to calm down and say, well, you can do that. It's all the light. It's all love. Just go in there and chant Amen. It doesn't have to be Om.
I love that.
Oh, it was a great experience because my teacher always said, yoga is yoga is yoga. It's all about the light. It's all about connecting. And so you just kind of change your leopard spots to whatever community you're in front of and bring in the light. So it was a great experience.
Okay. So is there a quick little interesting fact that you could tell us about yourself so we can get to know you better that maybe you don't share with other people? And I don't mean your channeling activities because we already know about that.
Yeah, I was going to say I want to reach enlightenment. I don't tell everybody that, but I know I guess that's a given with this group, I suppose. The other thing is again, it's related to this group. I just feel so accepted in this group. I don't usually tell other people. I was taught a wonderful healing mantra that uses color and sound. It's an ancient mantra taught to me by, I guess the other thing I don't tell people is that I had a guru, a wonderful guru. People always think that's kind of strange, including my husband. Yeah, so those are some interesting things about me. I don't go broadcasting outside of this group.
I get it, and thanks for sharing them within this group. We appreciate that. I definitely have a lot of things I don't tell people about this group. Okay, so what are you trying to accomplish next in your life?
I'm still working on the enlightenment in the form of I need to, I want to connect to my higher self. I mean, of course, that's why I'm here channeling. Self-acceptance and self-love. And just today it got even clearer to stop doing for others and put me first. That got very clear today. I want to put me first after years of caretaking and being like, I don't want to say doormat, but having my doors open all the time to everyone else first. Now the doors are just going to be slightly ajar only to specific groups and people, and it's going to be me first.
Okay. And is there anything that members of the group can help you with? How can we help you?
Just being who you are already. I love how everyone is being who they are and putting themselves first and letting their heart's desires come out on the page, and like the pianist, the artist, the just people being who they are and sharing has been so wonderful. It's like I get little reminders. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So it's just the way it is now. It's perfect.
Okay, great. And before we conclude the interview, is there anything that you'd like to share with us further? Any advice or wisdom or funny stories? I don't know, anything you can think of?
I really like that map that you came up with, that you and others have come up with, and I'm adding a compass to it.
Okay,
And I would say to be aware of on your compass where your true north is. Because my true north, like I just said, was usually everyone else. That was my north, and I would navigate according to the true north of helping everyone else. So I'm switching my true north to me first. And so when I'm out in the woods and I'm trying to navigate my desires and whatever, I'm going to line up the compass with the true north and say, oh yeah, according to my true north of what's best for me, that's the route that I'm going to go. So I would suggest everyone take a look at their compass and look and see what they put their true north as.
all right, that's great. I love that. All right, well, let's wave goodbye to everybody.
Namaste.